Yo, hello. We are back with some more Amairo chocolate. And this time we are going through Mitsuki's route. Now, here's the thing. Unfortunately for Mitsuki, all I'm gonna say is, if there isn't any Kohana, it will, let's say, diminish my experience of her route. That's just how it goes, okay? Look, I'm not the one who chose Kohana's route. The coin did. So, if a character I like very much is not here, then, I might still like Mitsuki's route, but no matter how good it would be, if it doesn't have Kohana, it can't be a great route. Let's just go with that. It might be a good route, but it can't be a great one. No matter how good Mitsuki's route could be if it doesn't have Kohana in it. But either way, enough talking about a different girl. We're focused on this one. We're focused on a different girl, and this time it's a rabbit. So enough rambling on, enough stumbling over my own words because I'm thinking about Kohana. I mean, what? Anyway, let's get into it.
お疲れ様でした。
And so another day at Mochizuki ends with that incident. And it's been a few months since Mochizuki 2 opened here in Unigicho. Spring and summer have come and gone, and autumn is about to begin.
でも片付けの前にちょっとだけ付き合ってもらっていいかな。新メニューの味見をお願いしたいんだけど。美月さんのお団子ならいつでも行けます。
Who the fuck are you?
私も構いませんよ。今日は夫が早く帰る日なので、子供を見てくれますし。
パンズちゃん、夏目さん、ありがとう。
At first, it was just the three of us, me, Mitsuki, and Kaguya handling things here. But now, thanks to Hinoka, we have some more beast folk helping out as part-timers. Oh, but they aren't living at Mochizuki. I mean, they aren't living at the Sataria dorms. I was pretty much on every shift here at Mochizuki up until recently.
かぐやちゃんとゆずきくんは？もちろん大丈夫だよ。
Good to see that the other two, I already forgot the second girl's name, Anzu and the other one. I'm glad they've grown accustomed to seeing a non-beast folk here working at Mochizuki 2. Yeah, sure.
OK。じゃあちょっと待っててね。
I'm just surprised that they're beast folk. Right? Like, obviously there are beast folk here that don't live at the dorms, right? But, Sweet's Tale doesn't have other beast folk working there other than Ichika and Nana. And trying out new menu items is a pretty regular thing here at Mochizuki. All the dango that Mitsuki makes are delicious, so being able to eat them feels like one of the perks of this part-time job.
今年の秋メニューはこれ。定番の栗あんと芋あんのお団子と栗ぜんざいと、あと変わり種でりんごあんとかきあんのお団子だよ。確かに変わってますね。いただきます。りんごのシャキシャキした食感が残ってて面白いですね。でも不思議とお団子に合ってます。
かきあんは初めてですけど、自然な甘さで美味しいです。幅広く受け入れられそうな味ですね。
Oh, Natsume is her name. I'm not going to remember that. You don't have a face, you don't have a... I was going to say you don't have a name. You have a name and a voice, and that's it. But you don't have a sprite. You're not important enough for me to remember your name.
それならたくさん試作した甲斐があったかな。定番メニューの方はどう？栗あんと芋あんもいい感じだと思う。
The chestnut red bean soup is also delicious. It kind of feels like a shame that it'll only be a seasonal item.
よきかな。お客さんに喜んでもらえそうだね。でも秋の新メニューはもう一つあるんだ。 これぞ私のとっておき。
Is it what was on the thumbnail of this route?
もみじ団子。もみじが紅葉していくのになぞらえて、緑、黄色、赤の3色にしてみました。
Oh, it's meant to emulate the Japanese maple leaves. I thought they were traffic lights. The proudly smiling Mitsuki holds up several brightly colored dango in her hands. Just seeing them makes me feel like autumn is right upon us.
風流だと思わない？
It sure is. It looks very appropriate for autumn. It's very appropriate that we're in the... Well, I was going to say we're in the autumn season in this route, but I doubt it's going to stay in the autumn season for the entire route. But it's appropriate because it is autumn currently for me.
さあさあ、みんな食べて食べて。
You know, because I live in Australia.
じゃあ、
Or I guess the southern hemisphere. It's nice and chewy, with a wonderful sweetness that's not too overpowering. The green dango has a refreshing herby flavor.
美味しい。団子の色で甘さや味を変えてるんだね。このお団子、何で色をつけたの？見ての通り、緑は草団子で、黄色は卵でカスタード風味。赤はね、いろいろ苦労したんだよ。グレナデンシロップとかビーツとかパプリカとか、いろんなものを試していろいろ組み合わせてこの色にたどり着いたんだ。
Grenadine. Beets? Paprika? I brought up the grenadine syrup because it's, you know, alcohol. with the beets and paprika thing is like what? You know, but the grenadine, I'm surprised she didn't get drunk off her own product. Sure. You're amazing, Mitsuki.
はもっと褒めなさい。
You'll get praised more later on. Despite how busy she always is, she's still keeping up with her experiments. Mitsuki is a top-class craftsperson. Never mind what she's like in her in her private life. Previous life. She really is vying for that spot of the spot of being Yuzuki's partner. She gives me a mischievous wink, and for just a moment, I'm speechless. I don't see any problems with their flavor or appearance, so it should be okay to put the Mamoji Daigo out as they are.
私もそう思う。あんずちゃんと夏目さんも OK？ よし、じゃあ秋メニューはこれで決まりだね。夏目さん、これ試作品の余りだけど、よかったらご家族にもどうぞ。
いつもすみません。
いえいえ、望月で一緒に働く仲間ですから。あんずちゃんも持って行ってね。ありがとうございます。でも秋はお月見にハロウィンといろいろあるから覚悟しといてね。さあ、望月をもっともっと盛り上げていこう。
Running the busy store with only a few staff must be tough, but Mitsuki is always lively. Bathed in the radiance of her smile, I start cleaning up the store. Today, Kaguya is heading off on a 4-day, 3-night class trip. We're all up early to see her off.
わざわざすみません。お姉ちゃんだけじゃなくて、お兄ちゃんといちかさんまで。
I did it because I wanted to, so don't worry about it.
これ、向こうの囚人組織の連絡先です。何かあったら、ここに知らせてください。
Yeah, you know, if you let's just say lose your talisman, you know, that I remember when that happened in the second game. So if that ever happens, make sure no one finds out, no one sees your ears first of all, and contact the Beast Folk organization.
ありがとうございます。
I've got to ask though, is it okay for a Beast Folk to go on a class trip? You'll be moving in a group a lot, and won't it be hard to carry your talisman into the bath and such?
ゆずきくんのエッチ。
Listen, I already saw her naked, alright?
お姉ちゃん、真面目な話してるんだよ。怒られた。
I'm pretty used to Kaguya scolding Mitsuki.
そうですね。ゆずきさんの言うことはわかりますが、やり方はいくつかあります。怪我をしたと言ってサポーターにお守りを入れたり、数日だけ持続する耳隠しの魔法をかけてもらったりとか。本当に心配な場合は修学旅行を休んだりすることもありますけど、今ではほとんど聞きませんね。
Yeah, and if all else fails, you know, Kaguya has 3 holes that she can use to... Never mind. I see. A lot of time has passed since Beast Folk started to mingle with human society, so I guess it's natural that they would go on a class trip like everyone else.
かぐやちゃんが心配だよ。危ないことはしないでね。変な人についてっちゃダメだよ。何かあったら連絡してね。お姉ちゃん飛んでいくからね。修学旅行だからそんなに危なくないよ。心配しなくても大丈夫だから。お姉ちゃんこそ大丈夫？私がいなくても家事とかできる？寂しくない？何言ってるの。最初は私だけで夕凪町に来るつもりだったんだから、それくらい平気だよ。ならいいんだけど。
These 2 sisters, both the older and the younger, are worried about one another.
私のことは気にしないで楽しんできて。いってらっしゃい。うん、行ってきます。
It's the second day since Kaguya went off on the class trip.
かぐやちゃんがいなくて寂しいよ。
Oh well, looks like I'll have to take her place for the few days that she's gone, right? Didn't you say that you would be okay? It's only been 2 days.
だってかぐやちゃんがいないとこんなに寂しいとは思わなかったんだもん。昨日はなんとか我慢したけど、もう無理だよ。
Sure enough, Mitsuki is feeling really lonely. Even though she's grown up, she's throwing a tantrum like a child. She's a bit short, with a young-looking face, so she does kind of look like a kid, especially when she's wearing pajamas like this.
私ウサギだから寂しいと死んじゃうよ。
That's just an urban myth, right? Well, maybe? I don't know. What are the... How true is that myth for Holland Lops?
だからゆずきくんが一緒にいてよ。
Oh, I said that as a joke, Mitsuki, but you know what? Sure. It's your route, so I guess you can do whatever you want. What? This tiny older sister's request is so direct that it makes me freeze in place for a moment. Mitsuki probably said that without really thinking about it, but her words make my heart skip a beat. I don't mind, but in that case, should we call the others over too? Mikuri is staying at Chieri's house, right? Ichika is helping Hinoko out, and Nana is at a memorial service for a relative. Huh? Could it be that we're the only 2 here? We're the only 2 here, Mitsuki? Oh, what a coincidence.
本当だ。こんなに人がいないの珍しいね。
I don't know what you're talking about, Yuzuki. Kohana's here. She's just... You know... She's here in spirit. Quite... a little more literal than I was expecting when I said that, but... She's just sleeping. In other words, it's just the two of us alone. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
ゆずきくんと二人ってあんまりないよね。ちょうどいいからお話ししようよ。ゆずきくんは和菓子好き？お団子だと何が好き？
Any that you make. Yes, I do like Japanese sweets. As for dango, I like both coarse ango and strained ango. And all of the dango you make are delicious, Mitsuki. That's what I just fucking said that.
お、言ってくれるね。嫌いなのってある？
I can't think of any foods that I dislike. I'm not really picky about that kind of thing.
ほうほう、それはいいことだね。私も食べ物の好き嫌いはないかな。
Huh? But didn't you say that you didn't like Western style sweets before?
ああ、それはね、和菓子より洋菓子の方が人気がある気がして、なんか負けた気がするからそう言ってるだけ。
Oh, so you don't actually dislike them then? What a very Mitsuki way of thinking.
ねえねえ、ゆずきくんってどうして夕凪町に来たの？
Well, let's just say, the real answer was found out in Kohana's route. Oh, didn't I tell you, Mitsuki? Out of the blue, my father told me to live on my own, so I moved here to Unigicho where I didn't know a single soul.
そんな理由だったの？いくらなんでも横暴すぎない？お父さんとの関係大丈夫？
No, it's fine. It's not his fault that Kohana influenced him to tell Yuzuki to move to, Unigicho. Well, he's always been a little odd like that. He tends to have a lot of impulsive ideas, but it isn't like we have a bad relationship.
へえ、本当に変わったお父さんなんだね。
I get told that a lot. So, why did you come to Unigicho, Mitsuki?
お父さんが関係してるってのはゆずきくんと一緒かな。
Dad's stuff? As in yours?
望月本店でやりたいことがあったんだけど強く反対されて、だから独立っていうか喧嘩別れみたいなものかな。金は貸してやるから好きにしてみろって言われてね。どうせ失敗して頭を下げてくると思ったんだろうけど、望月2号店は繁盛してるもんね。ざまあ見ろってやつだよ。はあははは。
Right. Mitsuki laughs triumphantly. She's the kind of person who always speaks her mind, but I can't really imagine her picking a fight with anyone. I wonder what happened.
真面目な話で言うと、望月を受け入れてくれた夕凪町の人に感謝だね。もちろんゆずきくんも含めてね。
Oh no, this is all because of your hard work, Mitsuki. But what couldn't you do at the main shop?
そうだ、かぐやちゃん向こうで寂しがってないかな。大丈夫かな。
Well, potentially, because she is also a Holland Lop. If you're worried, you could try sending her a message, right?
でも過保護な姉だと思われたくないし。
Don't worry, she doesn't think of you as an overprotective big sister. She knows you're an overprotective big sister. I'm about to say, but aren't you an overprotective big sister? But my rational mind kicks in just in the nick of time.
かぐやちゃんからメッセージ来た。なになに？
Oops. I played cards with the people I'm sharing a room with. There were some people I hadn't really spoken to before, but they said that they'd been to Mochizuki. I've made some new friends. Tomorrow we have free time as a group. I'll be sure to buy some souvenirs.
かぐやちゃん楽しそうでよかった。でもこっちはやっぱり寂しいよ。
There. I'll stay with you until you get sleepy, Mitsuki.
本当？ゆずきくん優しい。
Or maybe you could sleep in my room, or I could sleep in your room. What? What do you do on your days off, Mitsuki?
そうだね。いつもは新メニューを考えたり試作品を作ったりかな。 あ、そうそう、ハロウィン限定のメニューも考えててね。かぼちゃを使ったカラフルなメニューを。
Mitsuki continues chatting happily with me, mainly about Kaguya and Dango. It's easy to see how much she loves her family and Mochizuki. Thank you very much. I finish ringing up the customer and see them off as they leave the shop.
そろそろ今日のピークも終わりですかね。
It seems like it. I guess things have settled down for now. Mochizuki's most popular dishes are dango and mochi, so we get the most customers around 3 p.m. and our foot traffic tends to calm down after that.
かぐやがいないからかもしれないけど、今日は特別忙しかった気がします。
Even though we have more staff now, it's hard to say that we have enough manpower. Right now we're trying to fill out the schedule, so there'll be enough people on hand when we get busy, which means asking the part-timers to take extra shifts. It's amazing to think back and remember how it was just me, Mitsuki, and Kaguya when the shop first opened. Yeah, and it was just Mitsuki and Kaguya at the start. I don't know why he says when the store first opened, like he was there at the very beginning, but you know, gotcha. I'll bring it up with the manager. I'll bring it up when I'm comforting her tonight because she's lonely. She's feeling lonely. So we talked about it, and we think it would be good if we had a few more hands to help out.
なるほど。確かにそうかも。
After the shop is closed and the other part-time workers have headed home, I talk to Mitsuki. She gives me a nod, but her expression is a little sullen. But it'll take more money to hire more people, right?
それはもちろん。でももう少し増やすくらいの余裕はあるよ。だけど獣人って人口が少ないから、なかなか人が集まらなくてね。日の香さんを通して募集してもらったんだけど。
Everyone working here at Mochizuki besides me is a beast folk. This includes all the part-timers. Do the part-timers know that you can see their ears? Apparently, some of the staff chose to work here precisely because everyone else is a beast folk, apart from me. But at least I already know of their existence.
このままではいいとは思わないけど、人手不足は飲食店の常だからね。
Should we ask the black-suited folks from Hinoka's place to work here?
お客さん怖がって来なくなっちゃうよ。まあ、すぐには答えが出ない問題だから考えておくよ。片付けはしておくから、ゆずきくんも上がっちゃって。
Okay, good work today.
今日はゆずきくんに迷惑かけないから安心してて。それじゃあ、お疲れ様。
Even when I'm relaxing in my room, I end up thinking about Mochizuki. Right now, and honestly, ever since it opened, our biggest problems are revenue and manpower. Okay, maybe not revenue, but definitely manpower. And then revenue could become a problem if you're hiring too many people for the funds to not... so the funds don't... revenue will become a problem if you hire too many people and your funds can't keep up with the extra manpower. There you go. And then there's...
今日はゆずきくんに迷惑かけないから安心してて。それじゃあ、お疲れ様。
Look, I understand that the team, that the writers put most of their effort into writing for Kohana's route, but I didn't realize they would, I didn't realize we would be, how would I say? We would be moving so quickly into Yuzuki liking Mitsuki, I guess. Look, I know they know each other, right? They've known each other since Amairo Chocolate 2, so she kind of had the advantage over Kohana, which took a little while longer. But that game was focused more on Kaguya, right? This isn't exactly business related, but something about what Mitsuki said made me wonder. I didn't feel like she was causing me any problems last night, so hearing her say it like that makes me feel a little sad. But it's late, so I should be getting ready for... I was hoping she'd show up. Well, just as I'm thinking that, a pajama-clad Mitsuki comes bursting into my room. What's up? She wraps her arms around me and squeezes me with all her might. She feels so soft, and she's got a lovely scent. But she still has a beast folk strength, so there's a bit much for me. Honestly, the pressure she's applying is serious business. Mitsuki, calm down. I mean, I didn't tell you to stop. Just, stop holding me so tightly. She takes a deep breath and composes herself. If she had kept going, I might have found myself going to heaven in more ways than one. And okay. Also with me, it's a bit too early to make jokes like that. So what's going on, Mitsuki? We go to the Momose's apartment and continue our discussion. What's here? I nod in agreement with Mitsuki's words and take a look around the apartment. What makes you think there's a ghost? I see, but I don't see anything. And my eyes are able to see spirits since I can't see anything. Wait. Hang on a minute, Yuzuki. When did you learn this? Look, I don't remember him figuring this out in the last games. So when did you find out you were able to do that? We found out through Kohana's route. When we figured out your parents abandoned you. But you don't need to worry about that one. You didn't hear that. I didn't say anything. Since I can't see anything, either it wasn't a spirit, or it's already gone someplace else. Oh no, I could make e-hiding talismans, but that's about it. I'm still not a fully fledged wizard yet. There doesn't seem to be anyone here but me and Mitsuki. Well, may as well send Mitsuki to bed and get in bed with her. I can be pretty clueless sometimes, but even I can tell that it's most likely not a ghost. Must have been the wind. But doesn't it feel kind of cold in here? Or, a window could be open. No, that's not what I mean. When I pull the curtain aside, and I see that the window is open just a little. I told you it was the wind. It turns out the window was open, and I think the curtain was just moving because of the wind. This is one of those instances where must have been the wind isn't a joke. Mitsuki grips my hands in hers and moves her smiling face awfully close to mine. I can't imagine there's any guy in the world who could have this happen to him and not feel anything. But are you okay with this? I mean, I'm a guy, and Kogi isn't here. Is it okay for a man and a woman to be alone in the room together? Yeah, you're you. So why would you think that, you're dense motherfucker? I see. Okay then. I mean, that's not what she means, because you know, obviously she's just saying, oh, you're a nice guy, you wouldn't do anything to her. But still, that means she trusts me, I guess. But part of me feels a bit disappointed. There was a lot more spit in that sentence than I wanted. Something smells nice.
新しい定番メニューを試作してたところだからね。辛口のみたらし団子。
I was trying to avoid I wanted to avoid saying this, but you know, if you can hear something different in my voice, it's because I'm sick. and you know, the more I talk, the more I sound like I've got a blocked nose. I mean, I do, but you know, it sounds more like I've got more of a blocked nose. Never mind. Spicy, even though it's a Mitsurashi Dango.
食べてみればわかるって。一本どうぞ。
I'm definitely struggling to say a few words or a few sentences. Okay then, thank you for the dango. That's because I'm sick and not because I'm bad at reading. Also because of that, but doubly so. Unlike the usual round dango, this one is squashed flat in on its skewer. And when I place the well-charred dango into my mouth, it's delicious. The sauce is sweet and spicy, and the roasted dango has this chewiness to it. It's pretty different from a normal sweet dango, but it's nice. I think it'll end up being popular.
でしょ？自信作なんだ。
Perfect for Halloween, I guess.
でもかぐやちゃんにはまだ見せてないからね。驚かせたいから、かぐやちゃんには秘密だよ。
Right. It'll be our little secret. I was surprised when Mitsuki suddenly burst into my room, but the savory flavor of the dango is what I'll remember most. Are you not going to remember her the most? It's another 4th day of Kaguya's class trip, so she should be coming back, right? If everything goes according to plan, this is the day that Kaguya should be coming home. I told you, I knew it.
ゆずきくん、今帰り？
Yes, I went fishing for the first time in a while, and before I knew it, it was this late. I didn't catch anything though. Are you heading home too, Mitsuki?
新メニューの試作してたんだ。そうだ、ゆずきくんご飯まだ？
No, I was on my way to get something now.
じゃあうちの部屋に来て。昨日おとといと迷惑かけたから、お姉さんがごちそうするよ。
That one was a fat finger. Well, the rest of them are more like I moved my hand over the space bar and it pressed down. You don't have to worry about that. And besides, isn't Kaguya coming home today?
だからだよ。きっとかぐやちゃんもゆずきくんがいた方が喜ぶと思うし。さあさあ、遠慮しないで。
Okay then, if you insist.
かぐやちゃん、遅くない？
Maybe a little. From what we heard from the academy, she won't be back for another half hour.
かぐやちゃん、大丈夫かな？事故とかに遭ってないかな？事件に巻き込まれてないかな？
I think she'll be fine, Mitsuki. If that happened, they would have contacted us.
もしかして獣人だってバレて大変なことになってたり。
I definitely don't think that's the case. If you're worried, would you like for me to contact the Beach Folk organization over there? If anything happened, they would be the ones to take care of it. There's a bottle of sake and a glass next to Mitsuki. Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this.
もう不安で我慢できない。お酒飲む。
No, Mitsuki. Especially since you and Yuzuki are the only two in the room. Yep, saw that coming.
楽しくなってきた。
It was one shot, and she's drunk in a moment flat.
耳がビャンビャンビャンビャン。
Mitsuki is shaking her head around, making her ears flop all over the place. She's done this before. I guess she enjoys it. Drunk Mitsuki enjoys it.
ゆずきくん、見てる？ほらほら、耳がビヨンビヨンしてるよ。
I can see that.
本当に見てる？ビヨンビヨンだよ。
Indeed, they are bouncy bouncy. Kaguya should be home any minute, and here's her sister drunk. If she doesn't sober up before Kaguya gets home, she's going to get her real scolding. Here, have some water.
何言ってるの？これ水だよ。
That's what I said. Yes. That's alcohol.
ゆずきくん、
Ah, never mind. Yes.
好き。
What? G- What is she saying all of a sudden?
ゆずきくん。
On top of that, she's nestled into me now.
にゃー。
I told you it was dangerous because they're the only two in the room. Mitsuki? She's happily drunk and squishing up against me. I feel something soft pressing on my arm. She brings her surprisingly youthful looking face very close to mine, enough that I can feel her breath.
ゆずきくん、楽しんでる？
Very much so. Well, this isn't a party or anything, so
耳がぴょんぴょんぴょんぴょん。
please stop shaking your head like that. Your ears kind of hurt a little when they hit me. I've been close to Mitsuki before, but never right up against her like this. I don't know if it's because I'm feeling nervous or thrown off balance or what, but my heart is racing hard. And she reeks of alcohol. I think this might be a bit much. When I try to wriggle out of her grip on my arm.
ダメ。
Yeah, good luck doing that again with a beast fog. Mitsuki. She tightens her grip around me, preventing my escape. I'm feeling Mitsuki's warmth and softness even more keenly now. The alcohol is making her kind of warm, which is making me even more conscious of her touching me.
ゆずきくん、言っちゃダメ。いてくれないとやの。
Right. Mitsuki's acting even more like a pouting child. When she acts like this, I can't find it in myself to resist. Besides, there's no way I could win against the beast folk in a test of strength.
ゆずきくん、どこにも行かない？
I mean, there's a possibility you could, but you know, not when she's using drunk strength. It's usually crackhead strength, but no, I'll be all right. I'll be right here. When I answer her, Mitsuki relaxes and smiles warmly. Seeing her smile like that makes me feel warm and fluffy inside too. She's been with Kaguya ever since they moved here to Gunigicho, so she must feel really lonely without her around.
あのね、
What's up? After all of that, my only viable course of action is to quietly sit with her. I prepare myself and shift to a listening position.
私はね、ゆずきくんと出会えてよかったと思ってるんだ。かぐやちゃんの男性嫌いも良くなったし、お店も手伝ってもらってるし、望月2号店がうまくいったのは、ゆずきくんのおかげだよ。
It's because you and Kaguya have worked so hard.
そうだけど、私とかぐやちゃんもたくさん頑張ったけど、お正月のお餅つきとか、スイートテイルとのコラボとか、いっぱい助けてくれたよね。ゆずきくんがいてくれて本当によかったよ。だから。
Mitsuki's lips come close to my ear.
ありがとね。
Something in my heart begins to boil over. I can feel a warmth building deep inside me. I'm waiting for her to fall asleep. I'm very glad that I met you and Kaguya, Mitsuki. The Dango at Mochizuki is delicious, and having a Japanese-style shop in Unigicho is kind of unusual. Wait, no, forget I said anything. Anyway, I like Mochizuki too. And so, it's hard for me to put into words, but I'd like for us to work together even more. What I say, especially since he started monologuing and I fucking knew she was asleep. She's asleep. Mitsuki, and now the big problem is she ain't letting go. Or she'll wake up sober enough to realize what she's doing and start panicking. It's no use. She's out like a light. Escaping has just gotten more challenging.
すごいよ、かぐやちゃん。望月800点、オープンだよ。
Huh? North Pole?
見て見て。ペンギンさんがお団子食べに来てる。
No, Mitsuki, penguins are in the south. There aren't any penguins in the North Pole. That's what I said. I wonder if penguin beast folk, would that be a bird folk, exists in the world? Well, let's put that question aside for now. Her innocent, childlike, sleeping face is very cute. Even though I know I shouldn't leave her like this, I just can't bring myself to wake her up.
8曲の次は、望月月面展だよ。
How ambitious is drunk Mitsuki? We're off to outer space already?
ゆずきくんも一緒に望月宇宙制覇しようね。
I don't know if I should be happy that I'm included in that dream, or if I should point out how absurd it is. Just as a helpless yet happy smirk starts to rise up on my face.
ただいま。
Listen, Kaguya, it's not what it looks like. Oh. Sitting in front of Kaguya, her sister Mitsuki, passed out drunk, and Mitsuki's conscripted snuggling partner, yours truly. I'm sure Kaguya understands that Mitsuki is very clingy, so obviously she was feeling lonely that Kaguya was gone, and I'm sure that she will understand that it's because she's drunk because of the sake bottle on the table, and she's passed out, so and you know, because Mitsuki's a beast folk, Yuzuki can't really get out of the hold, and welcome home.
ただいまです。お月見お団子じゃなくて地球見団子だよ。
What the heck?
私がいない間にお姉ちゃんが迷惑かけたみたいですみません。
I'm glad you understand. Oh, no, it's fine. It's not like she burst into my room, and, what was, how would I say what she did the first time? Bawled her eyes out that she was lonely? I don't know.
ダメだよお姉ちゃん。お兄ちゃんが困ってるでしょ。かぐやちゃんおかえり。
Well, she didn't sober up in that few minutes of sleep. Kaguya walks over to Mitsuki, who is still clinging to me, and yanks her away. I'm not surprised. She must be used to doing this.
おかえりじゃないよ。ちゃんと起きないとお土産あげないよ。それは勘弁。
Oh, that sobered her up. Mitsuki finally wakes up for real. It figures that the promise of souvenirs is what did it for her.
晩ご飯できてるけど、どうする？一休みする？お腹空いてるから今食べるよ。わかった。ちょっとだけ待っててね。
In the end, I have dinner with them, but if Kaguya hadn't shown up, I'm not sure I would have been able to maintain my composure while I was alone with Mitsuki. After dinner, I could feel my face growing hot, so I quickly take my leave. Unfortunately, we won't be able to snuggle up with Mitsuki anytime soon. Even after I get into bed, Mitsuki's face lingers in my mind.
好き！
There's no way I could feel nothing when directly confronted with words like that. What kind of love did she mean? She didn't mean love, she said love, okay? There's different. And what about...
ありがとうね。
Those words are burned into the back of my brain. Her straightforward words of gratitude make me happy. But for some reason, my heart is pounding, my body feels hot. I'm filled with an inexpressible feeling of elation, and the only thing I can think of is Mitsuki. Could it be that these feelings are... I'm unable to organize my thoughts as they swirl about in my mind, and my eyelids grow heavy.
秋といえばお月見。お月見といえば中秋の名月。というわけで、今日から月見団子の予約も受け付けていきます。期限は中秋の名月の前日まで。今年は月が出るのが遅めだから、ほぼ9月いっぱいだね。それから、まだちょっと先だけど、ハロウィンにもキャンペーンを予定しています。お客さんに楽しんでもらえるように頑張りましょう。
During the pre-opening meeting, Mitsuki's lively voice sets the mood among the shop staff. She doesn't sound pressured, but she doesn't sound slack either. Her voice is filled with a lively kind of tension. It feels like she has a natural talent for getting people moving. If I wanted to be fancy about it, I could say she has a special kind of charisma.
あと、修学旅行のお土産、バックヤードに置いてあるので、帰りに取っていってください。かぐやありがとう。さすが気が利くね。いつもお世話になってるから。
After the meeting, I see that Mitsuki has a free moment and I go talk to her. Mitsuki, about yesterday.
昨日は寝ちゃってごめんね。
Yeah, that's what happened. While my heart is racing just thinking about it, Mitsuki is the complete opposite, acting like nothing had happened at all. Do you remember what you said yesterday?
私変なこと言ってた？だったらごめん。
Oh, no, nothing weird. Well, I guess in a way, maybe.
けど？
Oh, it's nothing. Regardless of how restless it left me yesterday, it doesn't seem to have bothered Mitsuki at all. In fact, it looks like she must have completely forgotten about it.
よし、そろそろ開店だね。今日もお仕事頑張ろう。
I'm sure that Mitsuki wasn't kidding about what she said yesterday. I know that, but I can't help feel kind of disappointed. The sound of the shop's front door opening snaps me back to the present. I'm on shift right now, so I need to do my job.
お邪魔しまーす。
Welcome. Please have a seat here.
ありがとう。今日は何にしよっかな。
We've got some autumn-only menu items right now.
何があるの？
In addition to Dango, we have... in addition to Dango with chestnut or sweet potato anko, we've got apple anko, persimmon anko, and more. We also have chestnut red bean soup.
へえ、珍しいね。あ、このもみじ団子って何？
Tricolored dango, inspired by Genshin Impact. Inspired by the image of the Japanese maple leaves or traffic lights. Take your pick. Turning into their autumn colors. Or traffic lights. I should have said that at the... Never mind. If you're curious, I think you should try them out.
じゃあそうする。お団子セットのクリアンにもみじ団子でお願いします。
Understood. I'll be back with your order soon. I take her order down and bring it to the kitchen. One dango set with chestnut anko and a set of momiji dango.
Hi!
Who would have guessed the girl with a chestnut hairpin would go for the chestnut dango? Welcome, Mochizuki. Please have a seat here. Another customer arrives while Mitsuki is preparing the first dango order. Don't be hasty. Don't rush. Just take care of them quickly. Don't keep the customer waiting. Don't make them unhappy. This is the job of the server.
お待たせしました。お団子セットともみじ団子です。おー、本当にもみじ色だ。食べちゃうのがもったいないね。
She says that as she stuffs one into her mouth. A classic case of dango over flowers. No, dango over momiji leaves.
さすがみつきさん。
So that's one dango set with apple anko, right? Thank you very much.
はい。月見団子のご予約ですね。お名前とお電話番号をこちらにご記載ください。お受け取りの時間は、はい、承りました。
Mochizuki is pretty busy today. We've already got a few reservations for moon viewing dango, and I have the feeling that things are going to get even more hectic from here on. What about Earth viewing dango? It's September 15th. In the old lunar calendar, the full harvest moon was on the 15th day of the 8th month. But these days, instead of always being September 15th, it changes every year. 8th. But, okay, listen, I understand that a few months have been added here and there since the previous calendar, but this is the ninth month. September is the 9th month. I think that's what I learned a while back.
今日もいっぱい働いたぞ。一杯飲むには、ちょっと時間が遅いかな。今日くらい早めに帰ればよかったのに。
What's going on today?
お姉ちゃんの誕生日なんです。
Whoa, I had no idea.
だって言ってないからね。
I would think that her birthday would be the kind of thing Mitsuki would mention on her own, but maybe that's presumptuous of me.
いい？ゆずきくん、取り乱さずに落ち着いて聞いて。人はね、大人になると自分の誕生日が何でもない普通の日になるの。
Okay.
誕生日なんてだんだんどうでもよくなって、しまいには忘れてしまうんだよ。
Right.
人によるんじゃないかな。
While I understand what she's saying, I don't feel like Mitsuki is quite at that age to be feeling that way.
なんか誕生日って聞こえてきたけど、あ、もしかして美月さんの誕生日？言ってくれればケーキくらい作ったのに。
別に和菓子派だからケーキなんていいもん。
本音は？
誕生日って言っておけばよかった。
No shit.
正直でよろしい。今からは時間ないし、今度何か作るよ。手の込んだものは難しいかもしれないけど。
I'd like to get you some kind of birthday present too.
やったー。でもナナちゃんもゆずきくんも本当に無理はしなくていいんだよ。
I won't be going out of my way. You've taken good care of me, so I want to celebrate your birthday. That's all. And it's your first birthday since you moved here to Unigicho, so I really would like to do something for it.
だってもっと誕生日で喜んでいいんじゃない？お姉ちゃん。ありがとう。誕生日のお祝い楽しみにしてるね。
The day of the harvest moon has arrived. Mochizuki's kitchen is operating at full capacity, even before opening time.
忙しい忙しい。
Even as she complains, she doesn't stop to rest for a single moment. Since she's working, Mitsuki is in full-on professional mode, which is the opposite of her usual scatterbrained self.
午前中に取りに来るお客さんの分はこれで全部かな。誰か確認してもらっていい？
I can. I take the pre-order list and check to make sure we haven't missed anyone. The customers coming by to get their orders in the morning are Kato Kimura and Sasanuma. Right. This all looks good.
オッケー。ゆずきくんが見てくれたなら間違いないね。
Don't look at me like that. Mitsuki's innocent words make my heart leap in my chest.
ゆずきくん、大丈夫？
Yes, I'm fine. Today's a pretty big day for Mochizuki. I need to make sure to stay on top of things.
そう？もし体調が悪いとかあったら遠慮せずに言ってね。忙しい時に無理すると本当に大変なことになるから。さてさて、みんなちょっといい？
Mitsuki gathers the staff's attention with her words right before the shop is about to open. At moments like these, she gives off a real managerial aura.
望月本店でも月見団子の予約販売はしていたけど、夕凪町ではどれくらいの売れ行きになるか分かりませんでした。けれど望月2号店でも期待以上の予約数を売り上げることができました。望月というお店はお団子で人に喜んでもらうためにあります。その存在意義を果たせたからこその結果だと思います。そしてそれは普段の皆さんの頑張りのおかげです。店長としてお礼を言わせてください。ありがとうございます。ただし今日は通常営業に加えて予約の月見団子のお渡しや当日分の販売もあります。多分過去一で忙しいです。クリスマスのケーキ屋さんほどじゃないと思うけど、ちょっと覚悟してください。それじゃ今日も一緒に頑張りましょう。
Only Kaguya said yeah. Here you go. These are the Moonview and Dango that you pre-ordered. Thank you very much. Kaguya, are you alive?
はい、私は実家の手伝いで慣れてるので。でもあんずちゃんはこんなに人が多いの初めてだよ。
The staff may be beast folk, but with more stamina than the average human. But we're up against unprecedented peak hour customer numbers.
すみません、お先に失礼します。
はーい、お疲れ様でした。
Natsume, one of our part-timers, has a child, so there are some days when she can't stay until closing time. Normally this wouldn't be a problem, but on a busy day like today, it's kind of rough. There are still 2 hours until we close. Normally we'd have fewer customers as the night goes on, but...
テレビの天気予報で今夜は晴れてお月見日和って言っていました。
I see. Now that you mention it, I almost feel like going out and watching the moon myself. On top of the pre-orders, we're also getting lots of walk-in customers, probably because of the good weather.
でも店内飲食のお客さんも多い気がするんだけど。
We sure do. When you think about moon viewing, you think about Dango. And when you think about Dango, you think about Mochizuki. So I guess we're helping set the moon viewing mood in a way. Welcome to Mochizuki. In the end, the flood of customers keeps going until we close up shop for the day. It's finally time for the shop to close, and the staff takes a collective breath. Whew.
疲れたー。お疲れ様でした。かぐやはさすが慣れてるね。
Even though she's as tired as the rest of us, Kaguya seems to still have some energy left in the tank. I guess the time she spent working at the main shop at the main shop has really made a difference.
みんなお疲れ様。私ももうクタクタだよ。とりあえず休憩しようか。おぜんざいあるから食べたい人はどうぞ。やったー。
Mitsuki makes sure to take care of her exhausted staff, even as she mentions her own weariness.
ゆずきくんもおぜんざいいる？
Oh, yes please. The sweetness of the soup spreads throughout my weary body. Mitsuki's red bean soup is truly delicious.
みんなの分のお月見団子も用意したから、よかったら持って帰ってね。もうお団子は見たくないよ。じゃあいらない？いる！正直でよろしい。片付けは私がやっておくから、みんなは帰ってお月見楽しんでね。かぐやちゃんもゆずきくんも片付け手伝わなくてよかったのに。疲れてるでしょ？
But if we help, that means you can go home sooner, right, Mitsuki?
うん。それにお姉ちゃん一人だと何かドジするかもしれないし。
かぐやちゃん厳しい。ななちゃんから？
The cake is ready.
帰ったら寮のバルコニーに来てほしいって。なんだろう、お月見かな。